another big narrative is maybe the biggest one is that Bitcoin hasn't been keeping up with equities and gold, and therefore the hope, right, that like that it would has sort of dissipated, and people are like, oh, wait a minute, maybe Bitcoin is broken forever. It didn't live up to its promise as digital gold. It's supposed to outperform equities to the upside. What's going on here? It's not happening, so it's broken forever. I feel like that's perhaps the biggest fear that people have right now.
Yeah. Well, I think an underrated fact is that the correlation between Bitcoin and gold is almost zero. They're almost like counter correlated. So people shouldn't be shocked when they're doing different things. Bitcoin's real correlation is with the software industry. I think it's the iShares software ETF. I think it's iShares. I could be wrong, but it's like one of the big software ETFs. If you overlay that with Bitcoin, that is the only thing that has a very exact correlation with Bitcoin for the past 3-4 years. And software is being murdered right now, probably because of AI. And so that might be that. Maybe that's a reason people sold is they're viewing Bitcoin as a piece of new software, because that's the only thing that makes sense right now to view it as, because you can't. None of the other narratives are making sense. So maybe that would be a good bottom signal, is when Bitcoin starts to decorrelate with software.
Interesting. I mean, historically, I feel like Bitcoin has sort of sniffed out weakness in the market and reacted first, like in the COVID dump, for example. Bitcoin dropped before equities even, and like this, I don't know about you. I feel like the stock market, U.S. equities, it looks like they're. I got the feeling it's rolling over, and that maybe Bitcoin has sort of sniffed that out and has reacted first.
Yeah, I think that's totally possible as well.
And therefore, and then on the other side, it also tends to like be the first to react like in the new regime.
Yeah. And I also think that there could be a very simple left curve reason for the selling, which was that price was actually just pretty high. Like 126,000 is not a bad bull market price target. It doesn't sound that good now, but if you put yourself back in 2022, like the idea of hitting 126K, that's pretty good. Like that's 700% from the bottom ish. And I can imagine whales looking at the chart and saying, you know what, it's Q4 of the post-halving year. We're well over the big psychological level of 100K. I'm up like 50x. Like, do I really want to ride this out for an extra 20, 30% when we could go into a bear market any day? Like that's basically what Jordy Visser's concept of the IPO moment is, right? Like that moment where early adopters had to take profits off the table because they're just up way too much. It doesn't make sense to hold billions of dollars of Bitcoin from a personal portfolio standpoint. So honestly, I think that's like the driving force behind the October top. Just like big entities needed to de-risk after making one of the best early investments of all time.
Yeah, so that would indicate that it's just a natural selling, and there's nothing broken about Bitcoin, right? It's just like there had to be this turnover between people who've been holding for a decade or even longer in some cases, and new entrants, and that zone around 100K was just like the natural place for that to happen, and it just led to a cascade of selling. And we may have we may have now like reached some sort of equilibrium. If you look at, again, all the technical indicators, things are lining up.